I have been so graciously invited to share my chef secrets along with everyone at Fat Loss Lifestyle in an effort to give you some empowerment of the basic cooking methods, give you the confidence in the kitchen to cook better foods and improve your overall health. And you know, it's a perfect fit, and I'm so glad that Darin's invited me to share these things with you. So what did the Incas know 5,000 years ago that you're just finding out? No, it's not how to build a pyramid. It's not how to throw a spring break party. It's quinoa. Quinoa is an ancient grain that Americans are just finding out about, but it's another one of those intimidating ingredients that you dare not try how to cook, right? Don't bother. It's just weird and strange. Well, the pity is that quinoa is no more difficult to cook than rice or pasta, and it's a huge source of non-animal proteins, so much so that it's ranked only second to mother's milk, infant's mother's milk by the United Nations World Health Organization. So my goal today is to share a very simple, basic cooking method for using quinoa in your cooking and in your lifestyle. From there, it's up to you. It's up to your creativity and your underlying knowledge of cooking to create something new. You won't find any quinoa recipes in the video today. So what are you going to do? Are you going to add the quinoa to yogurt and fruit maybe in the morning for breakfast? Is it a 4-bean powerhouse quinoa salad at lunch? Black beans, lentils, quinoa, brown rice, something like that? Or is it the new side dish for your Italian meal at dinner? Garlic, tomato, quinoa? I don't know. Only you know the creativity that's in your head. Hey everybody, welcome back to Cooking Course. I'm Chef Todd Moore. We're continuing with our grain discussion today, and we're finding out things as Americans that the rest of the world has found out about thousands of years ago. Today I want to continue with the discussion, something that I touched on very briefly in the first grains episode, and that was quinoa. Quinoa is the great new grain, and I laugh when I say great new because it's new to us Americans who are stuck with our potatoes au gratin and our baked potatoes. This is not the most nutritious side dish by far. Europeans have known about grains that are so much better for us for thousands of years. Quinoa has been cultivated in South America for more than 6,000 years. The Incas called it the mother of all grains, and they had no nutritional analysis yet, but they knew it was very good for them. As a matter of fact, when it was time to sow seeds for the quinoa, the emperor would use golden implements, golden tools. He would be the first one to sow the quinoa seeds because it was so important to their civilization. It is a tremendously effective protein. Quinoa has 12 to 18% protein. This is great for vegans. This is a high metabolized protein without having any fat or especially animal fats in it. Unlike wheat or rice, quinoa has essential amino acids, and this is what makes it an unusually complete protein. It has 7 grams of fiber per 100 grams of quinoa, or 3.5 ounces or so. This is a very heavy dietary fiber item as well, so it's very, very good for you. You can use it as a side dish. It can be used as breakfast items as well, and we'll show you how to make the quinoa. It's really simple. It's as simple as rice, as simple as a lot of these grains that we do. We're going to continue our 2-to-1 method. 2 cups of liquid, 1 cup of quinoa, and we'll simply put it in the pan and show you how it works. Here's our quinoa. You can see they're tiny little head of a pin pellet grains kind of thing. One fits on my hand. They're very, very small. Now ideally you're supposed to soak the quinoa first to get a little bit of the bran off it. I really don't have time to soak it for an hour or two. I just put it right in the pot. This is just as easy as making rice. What I have got here is 1 cup of vegetable broth. Where did I get vegetable broth from, you might ask? Well, a whole bunch of vegetables that I simmered in water for quite a while. I have a 1/2 cup of my quinoa that I will go ahead and add to the pot there. This is as simple as making rice. It is a 2-to-1 method, and here's how we basically make our quinoa. I'll stir that around a little bit. It'll get a lid, and 15-20 minutes or so later, just like rice, we'll have our quinoa. After some 20 minutes or so, let's check out our quinoa and see how it looks in the pan. And it's got this porridge kind of look to it, almost like tapioca, but as you can see, just like rice, it's absorbing the liquid and swelling. So all our liquid is not absorbed yet. We'll go ahead, put the lid back on, give it a few more minutes, and absorb all that liquid. After a few more minutes, we'll check on the quinoa here. This is a hot handle. take our pan off. Oh, and the smell of the vegetable broth that I used, really, really nice. Let me show you how this quinoa comes out. And it looks, like I said before, a little bit like tapioca. It's little pearls of grains. It doesn't taste like anything. No better than white rice. You know, no more flavorful than your plain white rice. How often do you eat plain white rice? You don't. You put something else in it generally, right? So what do you do with the quinoa? Well, geez, you can do it for breakfast if you wanted to. Cook it, chill it down, maybe some fruit and berries go in there. It's an outstanding grain, high protein, high metabolism. An excellent source of protein, a great grain for breakfast even. How about at dinner time? This could be combined with some sauteed onions and maybe if it were Mexican, some jalapenos. If we really go back to the Incas, we could add some cocoa to it and make a mole. You could put any kind of sauteed vegetables. You can use any kind of broth that you would like. You can add some shrimp. You can add some bits of chicken. You can on and on and on and on. But get yourself some quinoa in the store. Cook it just like rice in a 2-to-1 version. Now apply your particular inspiration to it. It is an excellent food for you. It's a great substitute for the stupid baked potato. I hope I don't get, like Oprah, get a lawsuit from the potato farmers. But nonetheless, try something better, something higher in protein, something higher in fiber, lower in carbohydrates, not as much calories. Go to your grains for side dishes. Americans, stay away from the potatoes for a little bit. These are much better for you.